have to be honest. I'm not that crazy about cheesecake, but after today's recipe, I absolutely love it. You guys are gonna love it too. I came up with a fennel pollen, Meyer lemon, creamy, delicious, delectable cheesecake with a walnut and ginger snap crust. We're gonna pair that with a strawberry-rhubarb compote, and then on top, we're gonna shave some Moscato strawberry granita. That's gonna work so well. The iciness is just really gonna cut through the richness of the cheesecake. We're gonna pick some beautiful herbs from the garden and put those on top. It's gonna add a little bit of herbaceous notes to it, which it absolutely needs, and then a little bit more fresh fruit with some gooseberries, some blueberries, and some strawberries. So as always, without further ado, you guys are gonna love this video. Let's get into it. All right, first up, let's make our ginger and walnut crust for our cheesecake. We want 60 grams of toasted walnuts. Just whiz those up a little bit. Go to place those in a bowl. 200 grams of ginger snap. Ginger snaps in with our walnuts. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 50 grams of brown sugar. Half a teaspoon of salt. 115 grams of melted butter. Next, we'll just go ahead and mix that through. All right, next we want to take our base and just form a nice even layer in the bottom of our springform pan. This is a 9-inch pan, by the way, making it super even. One little trick you can do is take a little heavy bottom glass and just kind of lightly press that down just to make sure you got it all even. Okay, so we have our ginger walnut base in here. So we'll go ahead and bake this off at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. This is called a blind bake. This is just gonna help form the crust before we put in the cheesecake and rebake it. So just keep that in mind. One thing we want to do is we're going to put a nice, beautiful, icy granita or granite, depending on where you're from, on top of the cheesecake. That's just going to add a nice little icy component that's really going to cut through the fat of the cheesecake. It's absolutely delicious. You can skip this step if you want, but this just gives the granita a little bit more of a smooth mouthfeel. It actually prevents the large ice crystals from forming. So we'll take 2 sheets of gelatin and just put it in some ice water or chilled water. And you just want to bloom these in this water for about 5 to 10 minutes, just until they're pliable. So here I have 75 grams of our simple syrup. Just make sure it's warm enough to dissolve this gelatin. So what we'll do is we'll take this gelatin and then we'll go ahead and wring it out, and then we'll just let it dissolve here in our simple syrup. For our granita, we'll take 1 pound of strawberries, add it to our blender. 120 grams of Moscato, our 75 grams of simple syrup. This will sweeten it up. And then we have our gelatin in here as well. We'll take the zest and the juice of 1 lemon. I just got a new camera, guys, so I'm trying to figure out how it works, and a new lens. Oh, there's our cheesecake. All right, so we went ahead and baked off our cheesecake crust. So you can see here, just be very careful with it. Almost made it fall apart. So we'll let that sit and cool down until it forms a nice shell, and then we'll make our cheesecake and then add it, and then we'll go ahead and bake off our cheesecake. All right, the juice of our lemon. This is probably one of my favorite combos. It was such a good combo, guys. Like adding the granita on top of the cheesecake just adds a nice, I don't even know how to describe it. You get the fattiness from the cheesecake, and then the herbaceousness from the fennel pollen that I'm gonna put in there, which is my own little twist on it. I love fennel, it's springtime. I thought it would just add a nice little hint of herbaceousness and a little bit of anise flavor. And then the granita on top, oh my gosh. Wait till you guys make this and try it. You're gonna fall in love with it, I guarantee it. All right, so we have our granita, Moscato, strawberries, simple syrup, gelatin, and the zest of our lime and juice. We'll go ahead and just blend those up. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of our beautiful Moscato, straight from Italy. You get yourself a nice wide bottom dish, and then we'll go ahead and just strain out our granita. All right, give it a taste. Make sure it's absolutely delicious. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Go ahead and pop this in the freezer till it's completely frozen. And so next we're gonna go ahead and make our cheesecake batter. Take 680 grams of room temp cream cheese and whip on high using the paddle attachment for 5 minutes. Add the zest of 1 Meyer lemon, 1 cup of sugar or 200 grams, 1 teaspoon of fennel pollen, then 225 grams of creme fraiche or sour cream. We'll add in 3 eggs, 1 at a time.
seeds from 1 vanilla bean.
Our batter is pretty much done. All right, so we got our cheesecake batter here. We'll just go ahead and plop that into our nice crust here. I want to give this a little tap. Wrap this in plastic as well as aluminum foil just to create another little barrier.
Bake your cheesecake off in a water bath at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius for 60 to 75 minutes. While our cheesecake's baking, let's go ahead and make our strawberry-rhubarb compote.
All right, so we have our strawberries. You can cut them however you like. I'm just gonna kind of quarter them and then just cut them down again. They're gonna break down, so you don't gotta be too fussy with it. And I'm probably gonna save a couple of these just for garnish. I wanna add a nice little bit of fresh fruit on top of the cooked compote as well. So I'll probably pick out some of the best ones that I see. All right, so we have our pound of strawberries. And then next we'll take our rhubarb. When it's super fibrous like this and really big, grown out, past its adult prime, I like to just take a peeler and then just peel it down. Look how fibrous that is. You don't want that in your compote. If you're blending this up and straining it, that'd be fine. And you don't have to take it all off, just take majority of it. You just have to take off a nice little thin layer, and you can cut them as big as you want, however you want them to be in your compote. They are gonna break down a little bit, so keep that in mind. Going with a nice pinch of salt. This will just help kind of release all the liquid from the fruits. And I like to just add in just a nice little handful. It doesn't have to be exact. We're gonna probably adjust the sweetness anyways. A little bit of brown sugar, and we're just gonna get in there and mix that up. That's gonna help break down the fruits as well. So we'll just get in there, kind of stir everything up, and I'm just lightly kind of squeezing these together. I love how powerful salt is. I don't know why I'm such a food nerd, man. Little things like that just excite me. I'm such a dork, dude, but I love it. Cooking's so fun, man. If you don't cook, what are you doing with your life? What actually are you doing with your life? All right, so our fruit is macerated. Let this sit for about 20 minutes. All right, so we'll take our strawberries and rhubarb, just plop that in a pan. We'll bring this to a light boil, and then we'll let this simmer and kind of break down and cook down for about 20 minutes. Cook this for about 20 minutes, kind of broke everything down, but still a little bit chunky. And we'll just let this cool down and we'll have our beautiful compote.
Let's make the creme fraiche icing. Take 160 grams of creme fraiche, 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and a half a teaspoon of fennel pollen. Go ahead and mix that to combine, and then we'll store it in a container for later. Now let's check our cheesecake.
It may look a little undercooked, but you want that little bit of wiggle. Hopefully my camera's focusing. Just that little bit of wiggle in the very middle. You don't want to go beyond that. You don't want to overcook it. And then what we're going to do is just let it sit in that hot water bath in our oven. We're going to turn our oven off, and we're just going to leave this cracked just like that, and we'll let it sit for about 30 minutes.
All right, once your cheesecake is cooled completely, go ahead and top it with our beautiful fennel pollen creme fraiche icing.
Oh, it's absolutely divine. So this is how you make a beautiful Michelin-Star-Worthy cheesecake. Click here if you want to see a video on how I make a beautiful pine nut tart. And click over here if you want to see what I do with a cookie and make a baked Alaska. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. Get out there, share this with your friends and family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers.